what is up, Crockxen clan members, Fairy Tail Zero fans, and others who stump on this video. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we're here to discuss episode 3 of Fairy Tail Zero. Now, technically speaking, this is filler. And I knew they were going to do... Listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad it's filler. And don't take that the wrong way. Filler does not mean bad. It never does. It just means non-canon. There are bad fillers out there. They do exist. And there's good fillers. This technically never happened in the manga. Like, I was like watching the whole episode, and while I did enjoy it, I kept saying, I don't remember this. I don't remember seeing this. When did this happen? You know, I kept doing, like, that was in the back of my mind the whole time. Which, like I said, it's not a problem. I love this filler. It was great. Oh my gosh. It was actually pretty fun. I will say, though, Mavis was kind of annoying for a couple of times. Like, obviously she's a little girl. She's never been out of the island, so she doesn't know anything about the real world, right? She doesn't know anything about the outside world. So she's curious. She's curious, and so she wants to know a lot of things. But I gotta say, if that had been me, I would be like, shut up, Jesus Christ, okay? Like, I get it. This is your first time out, but geez, leave me alone. Because she was very nosy. Like, I think the only person she didn't bother was Purahito, and that's because he's a scary man. Let's be real here. He's a scary man. Even Seta said it, like, that guy's kind of scary. But anyway, so what happens in this episode is that, you know, they're wondering, they're thinking about everything, and Warren and Yuri are talking about how they're low on funds. And then dolphins show up, and then, like, Mavis is like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to go hang out with the dolphins. And then she takes off her dress, and she has a swimsuit on. I'm like, wait. Instead, it was like, wait, when did you put on a swimsuit? And then she goes in the water, she's chilling with the dolphins and stuff like that. Nobody else notices. You know, Seta's the only one awake right now because the wind stopped, so they took down the sail. And so everybody's just passed out, just chilling. And so Seta's the only one that notices. Mavis she was with Mavis, so she didn't really realize. She didn't notice. She was there. She saw it happening. She just goes in the water, just chills with the dolphins, and then she gets taken underwater. And she sees this pyramid, this pyramid ruins, just chilling underwater. And she's like, I got an idea. She goes back to the surface. She goes in the boat. She gets diving gear, essentially. Magic diving gear. She goes back in the water. Seta's like, girl, what are you doing? And she's like, I got this. Calm down. I saw a shrine. And she's like, a shrine? Yeah, a treasure. You know? So she goes in there. And the dolphins don't want to go in. They're like, I ain't going in there. That's dangerous. But she goes in. There's a trap that I'm assuming normally was supposed to have, like, you know, arrows that shoot out of it, but just fish came out. And she goes in. There's, like, this hallway. It's a dead end, and she sees, like, one of the statues is, like, a little different than the other one. So she pushes it and opens an entire new room, which has an altar in it, and then, like, the animals from the Chinese calendar. Like, literally, the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, is that the zodiac signs? And I'm like, wait a minute, no. First of all, there's too many here to be the zodiac signs, and second, there's a lot of creatures in here that are not part of the zodiacs. And so, like, the monkey was there, and so was the rooster. And then I was like, wait a minute, no, this is the Chinese symbols, right? This is the Chinese calendar animals. And they're all, like, facing, or, like, their bodies are facing forward, but their heads are turned away. And then she's like, oh my gosh, this place is cool. She's looking in there, and then a giant fish comes and attacks her, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Where did this thing come from? And she's like, are you the guardian of the shrine? And it's not talking, obviously, and just chasing her and attacking her. And Warren and Yuri show up out of freaking nowhere and just start attacking the thing, and then they can't do anything because their weapons just aren't doing, they're not optimal for underwater. And then, like, Yuri, you know, Mavis starts reading because she apparently can read, like, ancient languages now. No, I'm just kidding. She's been reading for ages now. I would assume she knows something. But she starts reading this thing to try to figure out a way for them to get out because the fish literally destroys the entrance or blocks the entrance with boulders. And so she turns all the heads because the thing said, like, if all the heads are pointing in the direction of the star and there was a star on the floor, it will lead you to the path of whatever nonsense. But it ended up being a trap, and the whole place just blows up. And they get blown away out of the water. I don't know where the fish went though. That was like the only like confusing part. Like the fish just randomly disappears. And then they're on the boat, and they're like, oh, well, we got out of there, but they're like, oh, we didn't even get anything except for this. And then Yuri takes like a bunch of like rings and like golden coins, and then Ward takes out a freaking, I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was. And then Mavis just pulls out a crown out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? Where did you guys get these things? It was funny though. It was great. And then they're like, this will fund the trip. And then Purahito's like, I don't know. He didn't say anything this entire episode. Like, what the heck? Like, everybody else had lines, and Purahito just grunts at the end. That's the only thing he says the entire episode. I was like, at least contribute to the conversation, man. He didn't say anything. He literally said squat this entire episode. It was, I don't know. But next episode, we'll get some good stuff. We finally get support. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I'm really excited. I'm a little confused why they I've been watching the opening a lot because I just love this opening, and it's been bothering me that they show. I mean, not the fact that Zediv's in the opening, but then like he's also in the intermission when he's hasn't even shown up in an episode. I believe if they go along the lines of the manga, I believe if I remember correctly, he doesn't show up till like chapter 6 or 7, maybe even 8, you know, somewhere around there. So it's like a little weird that he's in the intermission already. But that's just something I wanted to point out. And yeah, so it was great filler. Okay, don't be mad because I call it filler, because it is filler. There's not. You need to understand, filler is a thing. It's not a bad thing. Just know it is a thing. Don't dismiss it just because it's a filler episode. And don't think it's bad if somebody calls it filler. Just realize that. Because I've seen people out there that when somebody calls an episode filler, they're like, "There's no such thing as filler." There is things as filler. It's why it's in anime. And in manga, there's a lot of stuff, and sometimes there's just stuff you gotta fit in certain places, and that's why filler exists. So don't get mad because somebody says filler is a thing. But yeah, so it's still a great episode though. I definitely enjoyed it. And I can't wait till next week. Fairy Tail Zero has given me like motivation. Like Fairy Tail, like the last, like Tataru, like the end of Tataru's arc just really turned me off until like the last like 2-3 episodes. And then Fairy Tail Zero just giving me this boost again because I loved the manga. I really did. It was like, it was great. And I can't believe I'm watching it animated. It's really fun. I'm just not ready for some of the things we're gonna see later on. Oh my gosh. Stupid opening spoiling shit. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go edit this video, and yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I've been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.